Can I say, look, I found the G spot?
Bruh.
Because it's called the SuperG.
Bruh.
And it's a spot.
Bruh.
Hey everybody, Ronaldo Walkman here of Gear It First. I am right next to the Blizzard SuperG 150 spot. So the SuperG 150 is a fully featured moving head. You have lots of great features, a great price point, multiple applications, but the really important part here to notice is the size. It's not a very big moving head, which equates for very fast movements. Let's take a look at the Blizzard SuperG 150 here on Gear It First. SuperG 150 is a very small moving head for the features that it has. To show you how small it is, we're going to use a industry standard way of measuring pens. Let's take a look. It's about a pen and 3/4. And as you know, that's an actual measuring size. For real though, this is a very small moving head. Because of the size, it does allow the moving head to go insanely fast. I can go from one side of the room to the other, and it's still quiet, not a lot of movement or shaking of the truss. As a matter of fact, this truss isn't even on any kind of crank stands. These are on regular like DJ speaker tripods, the Franken stands, right? And there's not a lot of movement. Some of the bigger moving heads, this thing will be wobbling like crazy. The small size of the SuperG 150 makes it perfect for people that don't have a lot of clearance, need a fast moving head, or in general, want to keep things discreet. It's quiet, it's sleek, it's small. That's the important part. But really, how many features could you cram in this? Well, first of all, let's talk about the LED source. It's a 150 watt LED. And if you watch my videos, you know the wattage doesn't matter in any way, shape, or form. What does matter is how bright it is. And at 2.5 meters, this guy has been measured to be 13,600 and something. I think like 14 lux. Again, that's at 2.5 meters. Now it's got a really nice tight beam. We'll go over that beam in just a second and the colors and the brightness and all that. The important thing that I really want to push is that 12-degree beam with a motorized focus. So you don't normally see that in moving heads of this size. Now to be able to do that though, you can kind of see where the lens is actually protruding from the moving head. To keep it at a small size, the lens itself does stick out a little bit of the moving head. It's really not a deal breaker. You're never gonna have somebody say, well, you know, this event was great, but I can see the lens sticking out of the moving head, so either it's happy to see me or it's focusing, or both. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. For that, I'm gonna just go ahead and cut that out. Let's take a look.
Let's get it on.
So as I told you before, the focus lens moves in and slightly out of the moving head, which really isn't a big deal. But look how much they packed in such a small area. You have your removable gobo wheels. I actually have a couple of gobos here from my friends over at progobo.com. So right back here, you can actually see the fixed gobo wheel. The replaceable gobos do rotate, and it's super easy. You just pop out the little spring, put the new gobo in, and put the spring back in. Right over here, we have the control for the 3-facet prism. And then we have the dichroic color wheel with some beautiful punchy colors. 150 watt LED driver is right there, and a nice heatsink and super quiet fan. That is the insights of the SuperG 150 in a nutshell. Very easy light to service if for any reason you ever had to. You'll see what Blizzard had done here is all the cables are going in one side over there. Going directly to a single PCB right here. Then we have a couple optical sensors. That's it. There's not like 2 or 3 different PCBs. We've got the cable going to your LED driver right here. Cable going to the fan. If you need to replace something, it would not be terribly difficult. I'm not going to sit there and take this light apart, but at least it's good to know that when warranty does expire, if you need to fix this light yourself, it's not the issue. On the front, we've got this gorgeous full color, super bright LCD screen. You've got your buttons nice and widely spaced apart. So if you have fat fingers, you know, like I do sometimes, you don't accidentally push the wrong button. Just very easy. You got your menu, up, down, enter. Let's go ahead and take a look at the menu here. You've got your address, you've got your mode, you have 12, 13, 15 channel DMX mode, and then you have auto and sound, either as a standalone or master and slave. Let's go ahead and just put that on my 15 channel mode like I had it before there. Now you'll see that it just stopped, you know, it's not doing anything now at this point. You have the option that when it loses DMX, you can have the light go into standalone, or you can just have it shut off. Now, shortcut is really interesting. What this does is, as you choose, let's say, one color or one gobo to another, most moving heads will just go completely around the wheel, around the whole thing. This will basically tell you, or if you have it on, it'll just take the shortest path to get from one effect to the other. So here's the thing, and this is what I've noticed out of it. First of all, the beam, intense. And maybe it's partly in and maybe it's got something to do with his large aperture that's coming out of it. But when this thing is fully focused, let's say in white, I mean, you can almost feel the heat coming out of this thing. It's packing a wallop. The reds, even with all the lights on, really blood red, punchy reds. Greens are beautiful on this. All the colors look great. As far as the optics of the gobos and everything, nice and clean and crisp. You can put your own custom gobos in there if you want. Is it gonna give you the same crispness that a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 moving head's gonna give you? No, but that's why those moving heads are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I mean, when you think about it, right? If a moving head has all the same features that this one has, but it's 3 or 4 times its price range, it all comes down to the optics. But even though the SuperG 150 is on the lower end of pricing for moving heads with this many features, you're still getting really great output out of it. I'll be very frank with you. Would I use this for theatrical type application and all that? You know, we do beauty pageants and a lot of times we want gobos on the wall. I personally wouldn't. And the only reason is because of that 12 degree, it's not where I can zoom it to be 17 degrees. But if I'm doing an installation in a nightclub, if I just need dance floor lighting, if I need a nice punchy moving head, this is it. And what's really cool is you'll see the video from the beauty pageant. We had no fog or haze there. Just, you know, the regular air debris that's kicking up, you can still see the beam with these guys on. Small size, really, really smooth movements. It was really good, especially for the crowning when my wife decided to make the lights to slowly scan around. And it just really nice movements, very accurate too. So when it hit certain parts of the stage, it did hit that. So for that kind of aspect, it's excellent. But if you wanted to take a moving head and hit an entire wall with it, even with the prism and all that, look at some of Blizzard's higher end moving heads for that sort of thing. But honestly, for almost any DJ out there, for nightclubs, for skating rinks, for, you know, smaller concert halls and stuff like that, this is an excellent moving head. That's the Blizzard SuperG 150. My name is Arnaldo Hoffman of Gear It First. Now you know what to do. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. If you already have these and you love them, great. If you just want to say hi, death threats, whatever, you know, just leave them down below. Most important is that you leave a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. Have a great night, and God bless. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Gear It First, honest reviews, incredible gig logs, lots of tips and tricks, and more tutorials than any other YouTube channel. I guarantee it, or your money back.